Welcome back to Relationship Realities. Last week, y'all, we talked about wallets, but today we are talking about something more valuable, something more precious, your time. Ladies, we have all heard it before. You ask him, "What are we?" And he says, "Baby, why you rushing? Let's just flow. Let's see where this takes us. Let's see where this goes." Tonight, ladies, I am translating what flow actually means in male language. And spoiler alert, only dead fish go with the flow. Let's get into it. So, for those of you in the chat, if you have a man who uses the word vibe, flow, or chill more than the word plan, go ahead and put a red flag in the chat right now. Right now, let me know if your man is using those words more than he is the word plan. Vibe, let's just flow and see where this goes. Let's just chill. If they're using those words more than they are planning for marriage, planning for a life together, planning for a family, go ahead, drop that red flag in the chat. Okay, y'all know I like to do a little micro lesson. We're going to talk about the flow. Let's talk about this flow. And it's funny because, and I'm aging myself, but I always just when we this terminology is changed, it still means the same, but we use the word chill. Yes, I'm aging myself, but now the word is flow. But let's talk about the physics of flow. All right. So we are going to use my wonderful um, whiteboard because I feel like you can visually see what I'm trying to say better. And that a lot of times what you see versus what I say will go much further. So let's get this whiteboard going. And y'all be patient with your sister because this is the first time I'm using it. Okay. Now, ladies, I'm about to say something that might step on your toes. If I hit a nerve, don't get mad. Just type ouch in the chat or use that emoji with the band aid on his face. Let me know that you felt what I said. Again, it may hurt. Just say ouch, but know that this is in love because I want to see you succeed. I want you to be in a healthy relationship. Okay. All right. Let's get over to this whiteboard. Okay. So, what I want y'all first to understand is when we're talking flow in physics, flow follows the path of least resistance. I know y'all not trying to go back to high school, college, whatever, but yes, in physics, flow follows the path of least resistance. So help y'all out here. We're gonna draw something real quick. All right, we got a hill here. Now don't laugh at my artistic skills, okay? I know they need a little work, but art is not my ministry. Okay. So water. We're gonna say water is this red and it's flowing down the hill. It's going to take the path of the least resistance, right? Right. So we got our water, if I can spell. All right. Water falls because gravity is pulling it down, right? So we got water and we got gravity. This water is flowing down the hill because gravity is pushing it down there. It requires zero effort. Zero effort. If he says, let's flow, he's saying, I want the path that requires zero effort. We're going to put a green man up here, okay? This is your man. I told y'all, don't talk about my little artistic skills, okay? All right, this green man. This is the work that he needs to put in for the relationship, right? But when he flows, and this is supposed to be a man pushing a box up, okay? I told y'all my art, my stick man. Don't talk about my sick man. This man and this box is y'all relationship. If he wants to flow like this water is flowing, zero gravity, zero effort, he essentially wants your company. He wants your beauty because he's got to have a nice piece on his sidearm. He wants your peace. But what he does not want, he does not want the uphill work, the work of commitment, the work of stability, discipline, exclusivity. Look at this guy in the green. Marriage is an uphill task. It requires work. You have to fight gravity in order to build what you want. And if this man is not sweating to go up this hill, he is not building. He's not building, period. Remember, flow, least path of resistance. This man don't want to put no work in, but he wants all the benefits of the work. Point 2. You cannot build a house by flowing. House, a marriage. A marriage is a home. Now let's erase all of this. A marriage is a home. You're building on a marriage. You're building a foundation. Now, ladies, imagine if we had a pile of bricks, right? Y'all get the point. Again, my artwork. Y'all know I'm shining. And this is what we call vibes. All right. We got vibes over here. Bunch of bricks. I just dumped a whole bunch of bricks right here. All right. That's a vibe. Can I live in this? Can I build on a foundation, build a home with these bricks? No. I need a house. To get my house, y'all, my house, house. My house requires a foundation, right? This is my foundation. A house has walls, it has a roof. You can't build a house by just throwing some bricks. We're going to let y'all know this is marriage. This is your home. Your home is your marriage, this building. And you can't build a marriage with vibes. These bricks, they just laying everywhere. It's a pile of rubble. You can't build a house just accidentally throwing some bricks together. Let's see where this goes. What? Where are these bricks going? Because they sure enough not building this house. They sure not creating a foundation. No. This don't equal that. It's a rubble. It's not a home. Relationships require a blueprint, aka intent. That's not flow. And if we really want to go into it, let's talk about Bible. Habakkuk 2:2. You know what? Instead of me trying to figure out what it is, let's take a look, because Habakkuk talks about you write the vision so that you can make it plain and simple. Plain and simple. How you writing a vision with a bunch of blocks? Okay, Habakkuk 2:2. The Lord gave me this answer. Write down clearly on tablets what I revealed to you so that it can be read at a glance. Put it in writing because it is not yet time for it to come true, but the time is coming quickly, and what I show you will come true. It may seem slow in coming, but wait for it. It will certainly take place and it will not be delayed. Clearly, put it in writing. Put this plan in writing. Type a 1 in the chat if you've ever dated a flow guy. Type a 2 if you are dating one right now. No judgment. No judgment, y'all. Type a 2 if you're dating that person right now, and type a 1 if you've ever dated a flow guy. Real talk, y'all. Like, seriously. Flow. What else about a flow? Flow is a holding pattern. Yeah. Flow is a holding pattern. What do I mean by that? So, like in planes, I'm gonna go back to my little whiteboard. We got a landing strip right here, right? And in aviation, when a plane can't land, it enters what we call a holding pattern, right? And in the holding pattern, it circles because it can't land. It goes in circles, nowhere to go because it can't land on the landing strip, right? Y'all, this is my plane. That's what a situationship is. This holding pattern. And what happens, if I can spell, what happens when you continue to go round and round? You're burning fuel. This is what a situationship is. You're circling in his life. He knows that you're there, waiting to land, but he won't clear you to land. Here's the danger part. Because you continue to be in this holding pattern, circling and circling around in his life, circling around, holding, you burning fuel. Your youth. Y'all know Kevin is infamous for saying, ladies, y'all not the same in your older age. True, we not. We got to admit that. We got to eat that. We're not as attractive to men, when we become older. Yeah, I got to go into the dynamics of that, because it's as a human, as a man, they're looking more. They're looking for someone who can essentially bear children. It's a psychological thing. We can dive into that another time, but you're burning your fuel, you're burning your youth, you're burning your time, you're burning your heart. That's fuel. You're wasting all this fuel to land. And this man is not clearing you to land because he wants to flow. Flowing is keeping you in this circle. Flow is keeping you in this airport. You can't land and lay your unpack because you keep circling. You can't land. Ladies, we have to stop. We stop allowing the flow and preventing you from landing. How long have you been circling? How long will you continue to circle? Tell me in the chat, how many months or years have you been stuck in this circle? Type the number, let me know. Again, no judgment. We are here for each other. I know. I told y'all it was, if it hurts, type ouch or use that emoji. But again, this is all in love. I want the best for y'all. I want healthy relationships for y'all. And these flow guys, that's not healthy. Not at all. All right, let's play this little game. So I got to thinking, what can we do to lighten it up a little bit? So I don't know if you're familiar, but I'm Texas Brown Sugar, and there's a game called Texas Hold'em. So what we're gonna do, so I can see if y'all are hearing me, if this is hitting, we just gonna play this game called Hold'em or Fold'em. I'm gonna put a scenario up on the screen, and y'all tell me if you're gonna hold or if y'all gonna fold. I'm gonna give you a flow type scenario. In the chat, do you hold, which is you stay and you see, or do you fold? Block and delete, baby. Hold them or fold them. All right, let's take a look at the first scenario. All right, first scenario. The recent divorcee. This man has been divorced for 6 months. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months. And he says, I really like you, but my divorce just finalized. I can't do titles right now. I just need to flow and heal. Type in the chat. Oh, but here's a twist though. He texts you every morning and he wants to see you 3 times a week. But remember, he's saying he can't do titles right now because he just got divorced and he just wants to flow and heal. Do you hold, stay and see, or do you fold, block and delete? In the chat, let me know. All right. If you put hold, baby, no. Why are you holding for him to heal? He needs to heal on his own. He needs to be alone, not heal while he's using you as a placeholder girlfriend. No, no, baby, we're folding on to the next. Delete, block. All right, let's take a look at the second flow scenario. This is the busy professional, okay? He is in his residency for medical school. Ooh, okay, we see you. And he says, I want to be your husband one day. But for the next 6 months, I literally cannot focus on relationship progression. Ooh, big words. Can we just enjoy each other when I'm free? Here's a plot twist. He's introduced you to his mom, and he's introduced you to his mom as his girl. Do you hold or do you fold? Do you let this man go and let him do his thing with medical school? Or do you hold on and see where this goes in 6 months? Let me know. This situation, it's a bit tricky, okay? We need to probably hold, maybe. Depends on if you've seen some other red flags. If the title is there, because mom knows that you the girl, and that's a big thing for men to introduce you to their mother, then the flow might just really be about his schedule and not necessarily about commitment. Let me know in the chat. Would you stay for 6 months in this whole pattern? Again, he's busy with medical school and he doesn't want to be focused on progression of this relationship. I say hold. See where it's going. I mean, he introduced you to his mama. All right, next flow scenario. This is the 5-year flow. Y'all have been dating for 2 years. You have asked him about building a life together, building a family together, and getting engaged. He says, why ruin a good thing? We're happy. Let's just keep flowing. Do you hold? See where it's going? Go with the flow? Or do you fold, delete, and block? If y'all answer fold, yes, absolute immediately fold. This is not flow. That's stagnation. Okay. You're in a stagnant pond. There is nothing flowing about that. 2 years, you ought to know by now. And men know. Men know. Anyway, let me know. Do y'all have any questions? Open it up for questions. Let me know in the chat if you have questions you want for me to answer. Encourage someone, your sister, in the chat with a flow type situation you dealt with and overcome. And always, 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 ladies, if you have a question, feel free to message me. I am always, always available to help my sisters, to help you all create these healthy relationships. Again, thank y'all for taking time out of your schedule to chill with me and talk about this flow and how we need to deal with flow type men and flow type relationships. I am Texas Brown Sugar, and I will see y'all next week.